I wanna get in that country world once again.
Good
Morning,
to
you.
funny the way we got to find some ways to liven up the routine patterns of our day, do things a little bit different.
Well, keeping the zest in life requires some effort.
It does. It requires effort, and it's important to help with memory.
Ooh, say more.
All right, so if you do the same thing every day, boom, 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 boom,
Oh, yeah.
then your brain has a hard time differentiating moments, and everything kind of becomes a memory blur, and you forget a lot of stuff because
Just one long day interrupted by naps.
you kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like how you can let a year go by a blip because there's been nothing unique and interesting happen, and that your brain can latch onto as a unique moment. And which is, I think, is one of the dangers of the 40-hour work week, is that we pretty much have a morning routine, we got a work routine, and then maybe there's an evening routine, but usually we're all just too damn tired, and we all
Well,
just
there is an
get-
evening routine.
yeah,
Unfortunately, it's
get on the
usually like,
couch. Yeah, and this is not super useful. Whereas those moments we break out of it, we go on a vacation, we do a trip, there's a wedding, there's something that is unique, a unique gathering of people, unique set of activities, and those are the memories that we have because
they're different.
they're different. So the more you can introduce difference into your life, then the more your brain's going to be able to differentiate the flow of time.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a rut.
No, I'm not a fan of a rut either. We talked a bit about that before. We talked about me and ruts and the way that they work with golf carts in the mud.
Yeah, we did that.
If you want to hear more about that, you can look back at our history.
That's a different kind of rut, though.
It is, but
But it is
It's-
a literal physical manifestation of something going within the same
the
track
groove. It's the
over
groove.
and over again.
Yeah.
Well, and we do get in ruts, right? We get in ruts with what we eat. Like I swear, some folks have the same thing every day for lunch, every single day. I worked with a gal and she had tuna salad and carrot raisin salad every day for lunch. I know the two together do not sound pleasant.
I mean, I've got a certain meal that I've been eating lately, so you might say I've got a bit of a rut going.
Or you're just very much enjoying it.
I'm very much enjoying it, but it's kind of a rut.
What is it?
So I basically, it can be any kind of pasta, but I do pasta, and then I put about, I put a good hunk of butter in it, and then I put a couple spoons of pesto pasta in there. I dice a tomato, and I fry up some bacon, and I chop it up real good, and then of course shaved Parmesan that I freshly shave over it, and it's amazing. I mean, butter pesto pasta with tomato and bacon with freshly shaved Parmesan over it doesn't take me long to do. It's pretty easy, and it is delicious. But as a result, I eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of my go-to meal. Like, I don't know what else to make, but I got these ingredients always in my fridge.
Well, that takes me back because I think that's how we grew up. There'd always be there was always like meatloaf on one day, and there was fried chicken on one day, and on Saturday that Mama had put a pot of beans on to boil. We're back to beans. We talked about beans in another episode, and make some cornbread. I always called it Mom Skitty or goulash. My mama made the most delicious goulash.
I remember coming over to your house and having some every now and then.
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid.
Yeah, and it's just elbow noodles and
No. It was
elbow
good.
macaronis. Y'all remember elbow macaronis? I love an elbow macaroni.
Yeah, well, they still got them. They're still.
I know,
they're
but
still-
I'm avoiding the carbs.
You're avoiding the carbs. So really all pastas are kind of distant memories to you.
Yeah, they're just fond friends that I wave at when I go past that aisle, and I just have to keep going.
It's like running into an old ex that you're not quite over, and you can't go talk to them, but you can look at them 3 aisles over, squeezing them peaches.
I don't think we're talking about my avoiding carbs anymore, are we? I think we've moved back to you.
Well, I mean, we're always in some way talking about me, and we're always in some way talking about you because we
Yeah,
exist within the sphere
You're
of our own
deflecting.
perception.
Who are you thinking about that you don't talk to no more? You come on back with that one.
I saw Mary the other day.
Wait a minute.
No.
Now, are we talking about Mary with the Corvette, or are we talking about Mary Ames Kilgee?
Talking about Mary Johnson, and I know I've had a lot of Marys in my life.
You have.
I have had a lot. I think that over the course of my life, I have.
Wait a minute.
either
Now, hold
dated
on. Let me just back up.
or crushed
I'm
on.
not saying he's had, as in,
Well, you don't know everyone I've had as in.
are you speaking in the biblical sense?
I am saying people I've dated or had crushes on,
Okay.
requited or not, there's probably been at least a half dozen marries involved, which I think says more about the lack of creativity of parents and naming their children. But yeah.
Now, there are some that would say there's, are we talking Virgin Mary or Mary Magdalene's?
Am I in a rut?
I think you're in a rut.
I'm in a Mary rut.
You're in a Mary rut.
Oh, wow. That actually, with the Madonna song, that starts sounding a little bit dirty, too. But, you know what song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Get into, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't talk about that.
We ought not.
This is we're not marked as being a family. This channel's not for kids, but we're also,
Well, we try to be respectful because you never know. I mean, come on. Kids just come walking through the room with somebody watching something. We got to be careful.
I like women named Mary.
He does. I liked Miss Mary Kilgee.
Yeah, she didn't like me, though.
No, she did not.
So bring me the country sound when the sun goes down.